So we have two more speakers today. Next, I'd like to introduce formally my friend and colleague in the climate action world, Micah Parkin. She's the Executive Director of 350 Colorado. Please welcome Micah.
Thank you so much, Jeff, and thanks so much to all of you for coming out today. So good of you to just take time out of your day and off work and everything else to be here and show that you're here. And many of you were probably here. How many people were here last Monday? We had the Denver Day Against Denial. It was a national day of action that was calling on our senators, Michael Bennet and Cory Gardner, to reject the 4 of Donald Trump's nominees to his cabinet, all 4 of whom are climate change deniers, including Scott Pruitt. And we delivered a letter to both offices that was signed in just 3 days by over 45 different Colorado organizations and businesses and over 700 Colorado individuals who are saying, enough already, this is ridiculous. At this point in history, when we've known about climate change for a good, 30, 40 years, and to have, one of the heads of Exxon, Rex Tillerson, whose business actually knew about it and were doing their own studies back in the late 70s about climate change, and they knew because they had their own scientists studying it, but instead of sharing that information with the public when there was time to actually prevent a lot of the impacts that we've already started to see. No, they used their money to fund over 40 different organizations that were funding climate denial to try and confuse the public and prevent public policy. And now we have Donald Trump recommending Pruitt, who, as Jeff said, has spent his career trying to block action by EPA, even trying to dismantle the EPA. How ridiculous to have someone who wants to get rid of EPA to be in charge of it. It's really disgusting and unconscionable and irresponsible. And so, I stand with all of you out here today calling on our senators to reject Pruitt and the other nominees who are climate change deniers. At this point in history, we can't continue down a path of half measures and denial. If we have a chance of staying below the 2 degrees that people in countries around the world have agreed we must stay at to prevent the worst impacts of climate change, then we have to take action. And we need someone in the EPA office who accepts climate science, the very basic, agreed upon by over 97% of climate scientists, to accept that science and to regulate carbon, which is the EPA's responsibility. I'm here actually today in Denver. I was here this morning because we actually have a hero amongst us. Where is Leslie Weiss? So Leslie was actually here this morning because she is standing up. She's a whistleblower who's calling on Colorado Springs utilities to release air quality reports that show that they're in violation, and lots of other studies which EPA and others I'm sure have looked at have shown that they are in violation. And instead of releasing reports that their ratepayers have paid for that show their violations, no, they're turning around and attacking her for being a whistleblower and charging her with violations that could cost her thousands of dollars and even potentially 6 months in jail. So is this the kind of future that we want? Absolutely not. We need people who stand up for clean air and a safe climate, and we need an EPA who's empowered to stand up for us. And we need people who are ahead of it, who are going to accept the basic science. So thank you all again so much for being here today. And we call on our senators, do the right thing, reject these nominees, especially Pruitt. Thank you.